The rain had already soaked through her shoes, her socks squishing coldly against the soles with every tiny shuffle. It was rush hour. Cars passed by in a blur, windshield wipers beating like hurried hearts. People walked fast, some glanced, some frowned, but not one person stopped. She was just a little girl on a bench crying. Her name was Lana, 7 years old, with tangled brown hair in a school bag nearly bigger than her back. Her hands trembled around a crumpled piece of paper. It had the address of a house that no longer belonged to her. She had walked all the way from school in the wrong direction, thinking maybe things would be like they were last week. But when she reached the porch, a man answered and told her they moved. Don't know where. Then shut the door. That house had been her grandmother's, her safe place, until 2 weeks ago, when the old woman passed suddenly. And Lana's world became a blur of social workers, courtrooms, and the unfamiliar home of a foster family, who barely noticed her. She had run away that morning. No one saw. No one chased. And now she was sitting at the bus stop on 3rd and Maple in the rain. Heart cracked wide open, crying, forgotten until he came. She didn't hear the footsteps, just the faint clicking of nails on concrete. Then a pause, and a low steady breath. She looked up, startled. A German shepherd, wet from the rain, stood 2 feet away, head tilted slightly, eyes locked with hers. He was huge, but something about him felt safe. His fur, though, was clean. A torn collar still clung to his neck, hanging by a single thread. Lana froze. The dog slowly walked closer, then did something she never expected. He sat right in front of her, watching her, guarding her, as if he had been sent by someone who knew she needed help. For the first time in hours, Lana's tears stopped. Down the street, Officer Red, a 36-year-old patrol cop, sipped coffee in his cruiser, scanning the rainy sidewalk. His eyes caught the sight of the little girl sitting alone. He frowned. Then he saw the dog. Something clicked. He'd seen that dog before. Loda didn't know how long they sat there. Maybe an hour, maybe 10 minutes. The cold no longer mattered. The dog's presence made her feel less invisible. She whispered something. "You're the first one who cared." He didn't respond, but his warm eyes said everything. That's when a voice broke the silence. "Hey there, sweetheart, you okay?" It was Officer Reed. Lana pulled back slightly, unsure. The dog stood instantly, placing himself between the girl and the officer. His low growl wasn't threatening, more protective. Reed raised his hands. "Easy, buddy. I'm not here to hurt her." But the dog didn't budge. Reed stared. "Ranger." The dog's ears twitched. Ranger. That was his name. Reed remembered the report. A retired canine who went missing months ago, after his handler passed away from cancer. No one could find him. Some said he ran off grieving. Others said he was trying to find something or someone. Was this it? Ranger slowly stepped back, watching Reed carefully. Lana looked at him. "He stayed with me," she said softly, when no one else did. Reed kneeled. "What's your name, sweetie?" "Lana." He asked her a few more questions gently. Where she lived. Where she went to school. Lana answered as best she could. She explained about her grandmother, and how she thought maybe she could go back. Reed's chest tightened. He had a daughter, Lana's age. He couldn't imagine her being lost and alone in the rain. "I'm going to help you," he said. "And I think Ranger here helped first." That evening, Lana sat wrapped in a warm blanket inside the precinct, sipping cocoa. Ranger sat beside her, eyes always on the door as if still on duty. Social services arrived, but Reed stopped them. "I'll take her tonight," he told them. Just for tonight. Reed lived alone most days, a quiet apartment with too much silence since the divorce. But when Lana walked in, it didn't feel like just another night. Ranger padded softly behind her, sat near the couch, and didn't move. Lana looked around. "It's quiet." Reed smiled. "That's because it's missing something." She turned to him like, "What?" "Laughter, life, and maybe a dog." Days passed. Reed applied to become a temporary guardian. Then permanent rangers stayed too. The three of them, a broken cup, a lost girl, and a loyal dog, became something whole again. Of course, there were challenges. Lana had nightmares, flinched at loud voices, barely ate in the beginning. Ranger stayed with her every night. And when she cried, he nudged her hand with his nose until she calmed down. Reed learned how to cook meals a 7-year-old liked. He learned how to braid hair badly and helped with homework he hadn't seen in decades. But slowly, they became a family. Then one day, Reed got the letter. It was from the state. Lana was now officially his daughter. He cried reading it. Ranger barked once and ran in circles like he understood. Lana said one thing that night, hugging both of them tightly. I used to think no one would ever see me again. Then he did. Then you did. And now I see myself. It started with a girl at a bus stop. No one would help. It ended with a family no one expected. And Ranger, he wasn't just a dog. He was the silent protector, the guardian angel with paws. He had lost someone just like Lana. And maybe that's why he found her. Because kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it just sits beside you in the rain. If this story touched your heart, please let us know in the comments below. Have you ever seen a moment where a dog, a stranger, or an unexpected act of kindness changed everything? Comment your thoughts. We read every one. And if you believe the world needs more stories like this, real, emotional, and inspiring, subscribe to our channel. Be kind always. And join a movement where compassion still matters. Because even on the darkest days, kindness finds a